We them boys. Boys are us.
Boys are us. Flash it.
Hi.
Welcome back to Outlast. It's inverted, and I'm...
Ow ha ha.
Ow, ha. Yeah, welcome back to Outlast. Outlast 2. You're with your boy and girl, and we're heading to the chapel right now.
Going to the chapel and we're
Heading to the White Chapel. So, if you joined us last time, brief little recap for you.
I feel like you have to go down.
Oh, I'm doing that. Oh, we have to... Oh, okay. What happened last time, Lauren? Jesus, Lauren.
What? That wasn't my fault.
No, I'm saying what happened last time, Lauren.
Ah.
God, chill the fuck out.
Well, we were in like the weird caves with the people that were all bloody and fucked
And the
up.
one you zoomed in on the penis of.
Lost his dick.
Yep. Dickless.
Dickless. Old Dickless over here.
Dickless Dan.
And now we're here.
All right, great.
Basically, lots of weird shit. You got the cult.
Yep.
No, I'm not going to say Christians. 'Cause
No.
They're not Christians.
No.
You've got the cult, religious folk
Of a nondescript.
of a nondescript religion, but they mention God.
Yep.
And then you got
So
the
there's an
heretics.
omnipotent being. Yeah. Is it omnipotent? No, it's not omnipotent.
Omnipotent.
Is that the word? Omnipotent for... I don't know. You know,
There's one that means like the being of God kind of thing, and there's
Yeah.
one that's impotent. That's when you can't get it up.
Ooh.
Anyway, there's the God folks, and then there's the heretics. Heretics or heretics?
Heretics.
Heretics. Anyway, there's the Draco Malfoy.
Hereditaries. Yeah.
Crazy peeps.
Okay.
And like, that are the Satan people. And then there's us.
Okay. The reporter.
But it kind of seems like they're saying that he's like
The demon spawn kind
the
of thing.
demon seed, put his seed into Lynn, his wife, and now she's got a demon baby.
Well, we don't know anything about this dude, so like maybe he's from here, and like maybe it's one of those things where it's like, you know, he's been brainwashed by like everyday life to...
Oh, you think that he doesn't remember that he came from here, but he's got
Yeah.
the seed in him and he's got
Yeah.
his wife pregnant?
Calling it now.
That'd be crazy, hey.
Like, they're crazy. Yeah, no, I mean, it's totally believable, right? Like,
It is.
and I'm sure we're probably going to get like heaps of inklings from these letters. So when I go back through and edit this,
You'll be like,
I'll be like, hey, Lauren, did you know that this happened?
and I'll be like, no.
Retroactively learning the story.
It said interact.
Great, I moved it a whole of an inch. Maybe it's this way. Yeah.
Oh, they keep saying the C word, don't they?
They really like the C
We are
word.
the cunt of Armageddon.
Is that what that said?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I don't remember the Armageddon movie being
Take
like
notes out
that.
there, boys and girls. If you ever want to insult somebody, call them the cunt of Armageddon. Okay, I'm gonna move back. Don't call them that. That's a horrible term. It's like calling someone the whore of Babylon. I've done that before, and that's a really bad time. Didn't go down too well.
The whore of Babylon.
In saying that,
That might
though,
be an
like,
elevator.
whenever people incorporate like biblical
there,
speak into like
isn't it?
insults, it's fucking brutal. So, all right, what do you think? Do we go down here?
Nah, do
Do the
that.
crankshaft?
Yeah. Crank that shaft,
Crank
bro.
that, crank that soldier boy. Oh, of
No,
course it is.
alright.
All right, looks like we're going down to Spooksville. What is that?
It's fun.
Oh, it's a little scarecrow man.
They're screaming.
Yep. All right, well,
The sins of Zion
Oh, it's her.
bound up and all dead.
Zion.
What's Zion?
There's pain.
I don't know. I know it's in
Blood.
Gundam. Actually, I'm thinking of Xeon.
Yeah, it's not right.
It's not right at all. Zion was it was a crossfaith EP.
Don't think
No one would
that's
know
what
about
they're
that.
talking about.
I mean, imagine that. Like,
either.
they're just talking about this crazy Japanese metal band EP. So I'm pretty sure it's a biblical thing. I'm sure it was. I think it was in the Matrix.
Oh, it's a synonym for Jerusalem.
He's alive. That person is alive. Look at their eyes. They're dead eyes.
We're talking about Jerusalem.
Oh, okay. That's interesting.
That's where Jesus is from. I've seen Jesus Christ Superstar, I know.
I have not.
Oh, it's so good.
Oh, can I go in there?
Yeah, just do it. Why not?
Man, this is a barrel of laughs over here. Speaking of Jesus Christ Superstar.
Jesus Christ.
Imagine if like the eyes open, they just went dun. That'd be fucking terrifying. I should write a game. I should conduct
Yeah, that's
one
what that
scene.
means.
All signs point to this.
What are your thoughts on Tim Minchin?
I like Tim Minchin. I am not familiar with a lot of his works. I went to go and see Matilda when it came here.
Did you like it?
I loved it. I thought it was fantastic. But him as a human being, he is fantastic.
He is great.
I would like to familiarize myself with more of
He
his
is
work.
a fantastically talented singer.
He absolutely is. So he's Australian, isn't he?
Yes.
But he moved to America
He
and/or
hasn't
Europe.
really moved there, but he does a lot of work there, so he's...
So he bases himself out of there kind of thing.
I think so.
Okay. Why do you ask this? Has something happened?
Just because I was talking about Jesus Christ Superstar.
Oh, okay.
And he played Judas when I went and saw it.
Oh, really?
So if you ever want to look up a fantastic performance of his, look up him playing Judas in Jesus Christ Superstar. Because
Okay.
his voice is just crazy. I had goosebumps the whole time.
Really? Okay. I don't know what I'm doing.
And
but
also,
yeah.
there's a big debate going on here in Australia at the moment
Yes.
because of the same-sex marriage plebiscite
Yes.
that our government is just so wonderfully letting us vote on for no
Normally-
reason.
Yeah. Normally, like, I don't get involved in a lot of politics and stuff like that because it's,
Just not your thing.
well, it's not even that, right? Like, I find that, like, it's all very important, but a lot of it is very depressing to me. Like, I get bogged down with that sort of stuff.
It's just
like,
not your thing.
No,
and that's
right.
fine.
And I know it's a very quick way to divide and segregate people. So that's kind of why I don't. So, but for something like this where see, this is the thing, I don't want to take a particular stance on YouTube, right? Because it's like, you know, they always say that stay away from politics and all that sort of stuff. But I feel like this is the sort of thing
I
where
mean, same-sex
everybody
marriage,
else
though.
is doing it.
Yeah.
And even then, it's not going to... I just don't understand how it hurts people one way or another. Like, you and I both have, you know, like, gay, lesbian, transgender, all that sort of stuff, like friends and, you know, family, all that sort of stuff. And, you know, 2017, you'd think that it would be just an archaic ideology to not sort of, like, you know, just accept it for what it is. Like, you don't see particular people raging about it in other countries, if that makes sense. Like, you know,
I mean, you do.
you do,
I'm not
but
going
I
to
mean,
say that.
from here, like, I can't think of the last time I cared about something that was going on in somewhere that didn't directly involve me like that. If you know what I mean, like, like, I mean, it's a great thing, the fact that, like, you know, America have passed it and stuff like that. But why would I be outraged about that if it's not directly involving? Does that make sense? Do you know what I mean?
People just like to be mad at things.
That's right. Yeah, that's more what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
I'm like, but for it to finally come here and it actually now directly affect me, it's like, okay, cool. This is something that I can actually voice up and, you know, make a positive change and not be stuck in the fucking Stone Age. Because, I mean, Australia is sort of known for being a bit behind the learning curve when it comes to, like, you know, we're still living... The NPN's only just sort of being installed here.
Yeah.
Like, all these things that have sort of kept us off the grid. It's like kind of like we're 6 months behind the rest of the world. And
Yeah.
now that
I
we're
don't know.
here-
I think that...
Oh, hello, friend.
There's a really good video that Tim Minchin, which is why I also brought him up,
Yes.
did. And he wrote a song based on We Still Call Australia Home.
Yep.
And he just kind of did like a parody of it.
Okay.
And it's... I would recommend anyone to watch it because it kind of sums it up that... You know, he made the lyrics like, I still call Australia homophobic and a little racist.
I have seen that, yeah.
And it's true. That's like what we are. It's basically like the plebiscite's just a big
We're
waste.
not, as in particular
No.
people, but as a whole, like,
It's
yeah,
just like a waste of money. It's $122 million to send a postal vote out for people who are on the electoral commission to vote
Ooh.
yes or no on gay marriage, and it doesn't even sway the vote in any way. They're still going to vote about in Parliament, make their own
What?
decision. Yeah,
So what? They're just going to get like a bunch of votes
they
from the
just
people.
want an
and-
opinion from the people. When it's
Well, everyone
like,
knows what the opinion is.
Well, there you
or I
go.
suppose they don't. I don't know. I'm mincing my words together here because it's sort of I do stumble
yeah.
when it comes to politics.
It's just, it's a big waste
of.
of time when they could just do a frickin' internet poll and it'd be the same thing.
Well, yeah, they do it for everything else, right?
You
And it's
know what
just
I mean?
like, yeah.
They could go on BuzzFeed and read the comments and be like, most people are okay with gay marriage, or they're not. Or they could just make up their own minds because the politicians were meant to be leading them.
Oh fuck.
And this is how I feel about it all.
I don't know where I'm going.
You're going here.
Fucking hell! Oh god! What's going on with that woman's eyes? She looks like she's crying.
Grandma,
Grandma?
run,
From but where though?
just run out. Mm-hmm.
All right, sick. Whew. All
Anyway,
right.
that was our political talk.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah.
As a person who is under the umbrella of that place, it just kind of gets my goat, you know?
That's fair. That's fair. And if we're not using YouTube to, you know, inspire some form of positive and thought-provoking change, what are we doing?
I
You know what
mean,
What
like,
are we
miss
really
me
doing
with
here?
that homophobic shit. I don't want to hear it, bruh.
It's just like, I don't know, I guess you and I come from sort of like an upbringing of, or a generation where it's sort of like, I guess it's not that you don't care, it's just, you don't see what the big deal is that people...
Oh, I think, especially, and like you said about our upbringings, I think our families were pretty much like, who cares
Yeah, it's sort
what
of
you
like...
want to do with your life?
That's right, like
you know?
you do have a lot of freedom of choice, sort of, like, yeah, like in our...
I think
Like,
both
in
are.
our modern sort of way of living, but
Yeah.
yeah, it's just and this is why I get bogged down. It's depressing to know that, you know, no matter how, and this makes it sound kind of futile, but like, no matter how many people rally, like, it still comes down to the bigwigs in
Yeah.
in Parliament, which is kind of,
way
it's
of the
just
world.
disheartening. But in saying that, like, you need to be careful with that sort of stuff, because this is how riots get started, you know what I mean? Like,
Exactly.
give people a voice and then immediately snuff it out. It's like, oh, fucking hell, okay. It's just a bold move, but...
It's a bold move, Cotton. Are you gonna,
I don't have... Do I have any more batteries?
I don't know.
I do. Well, I want to know what that woman was doing down there. Like,
She was praying.
she was?
Oh, Kesha's new song, Praying. Go check it out, everyone.
I really like Kesha.
Do you?
Like, so I'm not familiar with a lot of her music, but I think her as a human being, like, when she first sort of came onto the scene, when she was first sort of like out there, I thought she was just another ditzy idiot that was on, because I'm not a big fan of, like, you know, pop music kind of thing. Like,
Yeah, you're a hipster. I'm sorry, you're not a hipster.
I like,
Hipster.
so, okay, I
gotta be it.
have the stuff that I like,
can find my way
and
back to
I
that
just
way.
don't like overproduced garbage. Like, I feel like it's
How?
annoying. Like, I don't.
Well, that's
like,
how you really feel.
no, because it's like, I'm a big fan. Fucking alright.
Yeah, right. Like, jeez. This guy swears a lot more than the guy in the first one.
Is she coming on to me?
No, I think you just need to follow her.
She got a knife. I'm not following shit. No, so like, there's the whole thing of like, they don't even write their own music. And I mean, I'm sure there's a talented group of people that write this music and stuff like that. But like, see, I come from a background of going to shows, like, and, you know, sort of, I guess, a bit more of a DIY ethic. And I thought Kesha would be lumped in with the whole things of like your Kylie Jenners and shit like that, where they, like, everyone
Kylie
else.
Jenner's not a musician.
No, she's not, but let me finish my thought.
Okay.
Where
You're making me mad.
they're the public figure for everybody else's, like, contribution, if that makes sense.
Uh-huh.
But then I found out about all the stuff with Sony Records and everything like
Yeah.
that, and I was like,
And a
holy
producer.
shit. Yeah, like, I effectively...
How they
worked-
just, like, morphed her into that.
Oh, well, and
image.
then there's all the rape charges and shit like that. Is it like that was fucked up? I'm like, holy shit, like... And then since then, I feel like since she's been out of that, she's been able to collaborate with, like, more, like, of her own creative volition. So, like, she did that song with Zed recently. Like, it might have been, like, two years ago. She did, like, a remix of something. And it was really good. And I was like, holy shit, like, you know... I don't know, like... I was pleasantly surprised.
Just going back in the same house.
Yes. Because I feel like there's something... Alright, Grandma, locking it up. So what was the point of unlocking that thing?
That
What-
was a generator to turn on the elevator thing.
Lauren, you did it. Thank you. You made me remember. But yeah, so... I haven't heard Kesha's new stuff, but I'm excited to hear it because you know, I've given her more of the benefit of the doubt.
It's really good. She's got a song called Praying. Made me cry.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's just a really nice song.
I'm sorry that it made you mad, by the way. Like, that's-
No, it doesn't make me mad. I get a little annoyed when people just like, and like I
Pigeonhole?
understand it when they just kind of like write off pop music as being like shitty. Oh, that's the dickless woman.
That's the dickless woman.
Of saying it's just like shitty, overproduced, which like sometimes it is, but it's also like some people like it. So
Oh, and I'm not. Fucking
Michael.
Lauren.
Michael, she's like right. Why are you going down here?
I'm going to hide.
Just turn your hearing up.
slower for this.
Yeah, she's there. She's fucking there.
This was a terrible place for you
This
to
was a
run
very
to.
terrible time. What do you think, dollhead?
Well.
Is that good?
I think so.
Sent me on.
Probably not.
Nope, definitely not.
Definitely not good. But what? Like, we might have to just run past her.
What? She's got a pickaxe and she's going to cut my dick off.
Well, you didn't really need it, did you?
Well, I mean, if I don't find it in, then I'm definitely not going to.
Oh.
Oh god, she's like right here.
Your mum's moving around out there and it scared me.
So far, so good.
Keep that on.
But look at my battery.
I don't care. I'm scared. He will, Lord.
Oh, jeez.
Lord. So wait, where does she fit in then? Because she's not part of...
She'd probably just be like the executioner. There's always like in
Of
these
the
sorts of
heretics?
things, like the muscle, I guess. Oh shit. What the fuck? Okay, fine, I'm dead. Oh god!
You're right.
I can't. Oh shit, this is gonna turn on. She's gonna be like right there. Can she not get in there?
I don't think so.
What the fuck am I supposed to do now?
Well, you need to wait and then you need to just run.
Well, that's annoying. I'm sweating. I'm in a cold sweat right now. So what, you reckon just run?
Yeah.
Okay.
You gotta run and go right.
Like a pig.
Go left.
Ah, fuck yeah.
Oh,
God damn it.
Michael.
And I'm dead. Do you reckon I can put a band-aid on it and it'll be okay?
I'm sure you'll be fine.
Great.
That didn't go well.
It really didn't.
Oh.
No, I'm not great at ducking, all that sort of stuff. Fantastic. Well,
Oh, that scared me. So,
So-
wait, have we turned the generator on?
we've turned the generator on, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, done.
Okay.
Where were we talking before?
Oh, I was just gonna say that, like, I spent a really long time in my youth ragging on pop music and
Yeah.
only listening to, like, cool metal and
Yeah.
alt music and
Yeah.
emo and, like, being the top 40, fuck that. But, like, they're good, it's good music.
Oh,
But-
yeah.
And, like, I just don't, like, I don't like the, and, like, not, and, like, I do understand it, because sometimes it's shit. But I don't like the mentality of, like, fuck that music because it's overproduced. Because, you know, I used to feel that way about, like, oh, One Direction's crap. And, like, for a long time, they weren't my fucking favourite. But, you know, they,
Well, I felt that way about Justin Bieber for a very long time. And
because it's just, I feel bad about making people feel like what they like isn't.
yeah, and that's like the complete antithesis of being like, you know, like, it's like you're trying to be cool, but like the most uncool thing about all of that is the fact you're being an absolute dick about things, if you know what I mean. Oh,
Oh,
she's
I really don't know where to
she's
go.
outdoing.
I'm really scared.
It's locked.
I don't know what to do there. It's alright, we're gonna figure it out.
I reckon you just need to outsmart her.
You just need to duck and dodge
just
and
need to
dip
duck and
and,
roll.
dive. Yeah, I just don't like, because there's, you know, in the media it's all like, oh, fucking One Direction fans, Justin Bieber fans, these girls liking these things, and I don't want anyone to feel like
Excluded or left out.
what they like makes them a bad person,
Well, it shouldn't be about
no
what
matter
you
what
find.
age they are.
And like you were saying, like when I was younger and stuff like that, like, you know, when you're going through puberty and stuff like that, you know, you're trying to figure out, you know, where you fit in and like, you know, so like what sect of people you classify yourself as. But then as you get older, you sort of realize, like, that's all bullshit kind of thing. Like, why can't everybody sort of just get along and like have their own opinions and stuff like that. So like, or not even have their own opinions, but like just have their beliefs, they have their interests, and they have that stuff, and that's where it stops. You know, like whenever people sort of like, I think you're wrong based on the way that you think, that's really the enemy and all of that there. You know what I mean? Like it's, Jesus, she's coming. Jesus
Oh no.
Christ, Lauren. Oh,
Oh.
yeah. She's there!
I know!
Oh god.
Oh,
Oh, no.
I'm here! Oh, okay, I know what to do now. I know what to do. I fucked up. I got scared. I'm here!
I'm here! Take me, oh death!
Okay.
Okay.
Alright. Long story short, like what you like and it's fine.
That's right. That's
Okay.
right. We're Worcesters support
No
you either
one
way.
is a better person for
I
liking
have my
something.
preferences, but...
Yeah.
And... Yeah.
Nothing...
Everyone has their preferences, but you should be accepting of all.
That's exactly right.
Yeah, that's right, because...
We're all
if you're
about
not...
acceptance here at Sidekicks.
That's correct. That's right, Lauren. And more so than anything, that's what I was trying to drive home with that first thing.
Come
that we
out,
were
you
talking
stank bitch.
about. You talk about the plebiscite. Like, that's... Yeah.
Is she coming up this way?
She coming up that way. Oh, she climbing.
Alright.
Oh, she ain't climbing.
No, Michael!
Fuck. Quick, leap! I think you're gonna need to hide from her, because otherwise she's just gonna get you when you do the crank.
Nah, it's fine.
It's fine? Alright, well done.
I will be ravenous.
Yeah, what do you want from
What are
me?
you waiting for?
What are you waiting for? Alright. I did it.
I did it. You did well.
She's gone.
Oh. Sullivan, no. We're at Temple.
That's the guy. Do you think that's the beefcake guy?
What, from
The big man?
the first one?
No, the big... No. The big dude.
What big dude?
In all the pictures.
Oh, yeah, I believe that.
God forsake you.
Well,
Well, I
that's-
didn't ask him to, okay?
That tree's all bleedy. Lauren.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, that's a person!
Yeah.
I thought that was a tree.
And also, I don't want to age restrict this video. What if one day I want to make money off it? Fuck.
You have to age... Don't we have to age restrict this anyway? Because of the gratuitous violence?
Probably.
Yeah. It's pretty amazing that this didn't get banned, come to think about it. And it's unedited, this, like, Outlast 2, isn't it? Like, here in Australia?
It was. I think it's fine now. They reclassified it.
But that's what I mean. Usually if they reclassify it, they have to edit the content, don't they?
No, I don't think anything got cut out.
Okay.
I wouldn't quote me on that.
Did you see that comment that came on the demo video that we had that was like, I found this through the Australian Classification Board?
They didn't find it through the classification
No,
board.
but
I think
like,
they were
through
looking it
reference
up.
too. Like, that's kind of cool though. Like,
Yeah, we're making friends off of
government legislation.
government legislations that are bullshit. Are you okay?
Careful, little mouth. What you say? What you say? Oh, that's the well.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Turn around.
I know.
I don't know what you're
that
talking
huge
about,
thing
but I know
that's
what
right
you're talking
there.
about.
I just wanted to check everything first.
So we're gonna get grabbed?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, tongue monsters! It's the thing from June.
Wow, it's like extra tonguey.
Yum. Now we're intersecting with the demo.
We'll be back. Just gonna leave it there.
You did it.
Got nothing else to say.
You signed us off.
With my trademark sign off. Yeah, we'll be back, mate. No worries, eh? Fuck yeah, fuck no. Alright, catch you later.
Catch you on the flippity flop.
Catch you on the flip side, brother.
We'll see you next time for some more Outlast.
I love being Australian.
I'll still cold Australia.
Homophobic.
Homophobic and a little bit racist.